Hey guys, it's Mustache Bunny, and today we're going to be showing you, by request of one of our amazing subscribers, how to make a cardboard mat for your rabbit to chew on. We're using this X-Acto like cutting thingy. Where's my finger? Right there. And just like the big version of a little X-Acto knife is like right next to that. And I guess you could use either one of those, but whatever you have. And then you could also be using some cardboard scissors, which are the big ones. Those are kind of hard to handle, so we're just using the X-Acto things. And you will also need an old box or whatever, just a box. So you can cut it up and make a mat out of it. And this is just our really old box, which they broke through the ceiling, chewed up the floor, and all the entrances are like really torn up. So yeah, this is a pretty good box to use. So first you're gonna wanna cut up your extremely chewed up box, or your regular box, into like maybe each like square. So if it was like a box like this, you cut it up into 6 different squares. Okay, so I looked all around the box, and this is basically the only side that does not really have a hole in it or anything. So now you're just gonna wanna proceed to like cut this whole like square out. Also guys, if you're going to be cutting this box with an X-Acto knife like this, you might want to need a parent or an adult or whatever to help you cut this if you're kind of like a kid. Have a Pop-Tart break.
So you're going to want to take that chunk that you cut out and put it like on top of something else, just so you don't end up cutting through it. And then take your little X-Acto knife thing, whatever it's called, and you're just going to want to cut strips down the cardboard. And you could do this with scissors, but it's really hard, so you should try to use like a knife or whatever this is called. You're going to want to make the slits about 1 inch or 2 apart. So now you should have a whole bunch of slits going down your cardboard piece. You're just going to want to kind of separate them a little bit, just to make sure that it did cut through all the way. So now you're going to want to take like some other cardboard that's the same length as the one we used to cut the strips in. And we're just using the flaps from the box that we got it from originally. And we're gonna use this weird paper slicer thing. I have absolutely no idea what it's called. And we're just going to be using it to cut the flap into strips that are about 1 inch wide. It doesn't, like, you can make them whatever size you want, depending on how big you want your mat to be. And you can also use scissors for this, but having this is really convenient because it makes it really fast to cut the cardboard. But just make sure to be careful while you're using it, because it can be really easy to cut yourself. So just keep slicing until you have a whole bunch of strips. So now it's time to actually make the mat. So you're just going to want to take your strips and kind of just weave them like under and over until they make it all the way through. And repeat for your other ones. We find it easiest to start in the middle and then slide everything down as you go. And make sure you slide it nice and tight so that everything stays together. So for the second piece that you put on, as we started with the first one by going underneath this strip, for the second one we're going to want to go over it and then underneath the next one. And this will just make sure that your mat is nice and tight in the very end and keeps it like looking truly woven. And then for the next piece, you'll want to do it just like the first one, where we started out by going underneath this first chunk. And then you just keep on repeating this until you've done the entire mat. So here's what our finished mat looks like, and yeah, it's pretty simple, just woven. And you can cut off any ends like this, but usually we just leave them on there because it makes it a little more tempting for the rabbits to chew on it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what other kinds of videos you'd like to see us do. I mean, I know we haven't really done that many cage tours, so make sure to leave a comment down below if we should do one for this month. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see when we upload new videos.